today's talk is all about the alchemy. What is cosmic alchemy? How the cosmos works on us. This is all about. Basically, what we are going to discuss in this particular thing is how the astrology works on us. Okay. So, before starting this presentation, I would like to share one small sloka that says, Om Bhadram Karnevi Shunyam Deva Bhadram Pashyam Shivara Yajatraha Sthire Angivri Ashtavamasa Tanuti Vyasem Devatam Yadivyam. This means, O Lord, whatever we should hear from our ear, it should be auspicious. Whatever we should see, it should be auspicious and should be good for my soul. Right? And this, by using these all senses, we should be achieving or accomplish my purpose of life by doing promising deeds. So, this is all about the cosmic alchemy. Like, this is a curiosity talk. So, there are so many curiosity comes in our mind. The first curiosity, what we are used to commonly says, if you ask someone, how are you? He says, I'm good, I'm normal. So, can you define that normal? What is normal? Okay, just forget it. Who created us? Is it God? Or कहीं ऐसा तो नहीं कि we have created this God? Because only the human one has a power of imagination. So, possibly we have created the God. Between darkness and the light, which one is the real truth? When light comes, darkness disappears. Is it actually disappears? Or darkness is still existing, only the light is hiding the darkness. So, these are the so many questions comes to our mind. And like me, I am sure you will also be amazed when you see the moons, planets and the stars in the sky. Does these planets are affecting us? If yes, then at what extent? In this regard, there is one very famous writer who was a MBBS doctor as well, Dr. Devdutt Patnaik, who says that within an infinite myth lies an eternal truth. Who sees it at all? Varna has but 1,000 eyes, Indra has 100, you and me only 2. I took just a small liberty and I changes it little bit and I am saying ब्रह्मांड के अनंत रहस्यों में छिपा है सनातन सत्य. इसको पूर्णतः किसने देखा? वरुण के हैं नयन 1000, इंद्र के 100, मेरे और आपके हैं केवल 2. This entire presentation is just a small attempt to ignite young brain to see beyond your eyes, what you can see through your eyes. Over here, Varuna is nothing but it's the god of water, whereas the Indra is nothing, it's your indris, means your all senses, and eyes you are knowing. Varna, if you see a person or anything, even the earth is containing approximately 70% of the water is present on the earth. So even in the human body, 60% of the water is a human body is having 60% of water. Means if you want to know anything about yourself, what you are doing, taking out some sample, either the blood, that is the water, either the tissue sample, in that tissue is also having a small amount of water, that gives you an eye. Varna is also signifying the thought process, but because it is flowing, and Indra, if you use these thought process, conscience, and your all the senses simultaneously, you can see possibly beyond your eyes. Our old Indian sages, the ancient Indian sages, what they did, they brought all the astronomical celestial bodies into this particular small chart, 12 house chart, called as a horoscope, and they started calculating over here. By this horoscope is a kind of a snapshot of a particular position of a planet when a person is born. This particular chart gives a lot of information, not only your present, past, and the future. It depends on how the planets are moving, and it requires a lot of calculation and depends on various factors. So, to this one, first one more question I would like to ask: what is truth? What is truth? Is it the same? If you reproduce the same truth every time, the result is the same, or the truth is also follows a statistical probability, things like a 95 or 99 percentile confidence interval. Possibly truth has multi-layer. What we common person is able to see these truth only whatever we are seeing, what we are listening, what we are experiencing. But possibly the real truth is somewhere else. So with these 12 houses particularly, the first houses tells about the persons, who is that person. The second house is telling about the Sukh Bhav, whatever the problem, how to one can speak, what will be his what he'll eat, what will be habit. The third house is telling you about your neighbors, about your younger sisters, younger brothers. Fourth house is all your house of your own house. Fifth house is telling about your love, affairs, friendship, and all. Sixth house tells about your illnesses. Seventh house tells about your wife or your partner or husband. Similarly, eighth house tells you about the probability of having some diseases or difficulty in your life. Ninth house is particularly telling you about your faith of life. 10th house, this particular 10th house is going to tell you about the how what is your future, means what will job you will do, that will be 11th house is a lab house. It will tells about your what you are thinking, what your aspiration, and the 12th house is a where house, and this is house where from where we are stating that the how the person will die, or will he get a moksha or not in the Hindu mythology. So, but before coming to this particular portion, we should know who we are. Are we just a collection of some cells, some tissues, or the organs only? If it is so, what is our purpose of life? Is it we are going to be just a born, grow, run a race of survival, get a lucrative job, and find some beautiful women for a marriage or a smart husband, and recreate another life and die? What is the actual purpose of life, where we are existing? After all, who are we? What is our existence? In this particular cosmos, what is our existence? Can you find over here our sun as well? Cannot find a sun. Even you cannot find the earth too. So, what will be our place? Possibly earth is like a sand particle in the desert of a cosmos. So, is it we don't have a worth it? So, what it says, what our Purans and the Vedas say, Yat Pinde Tat Brahmande, means wherever is the mass, there is the cosmos. I'm sure you have seen slides when you are going to see tissues by microscope, by electron microscope. You'll be able to see that the brain cells look like a universe. Even the DNA will look like a double helix nebula. So, what does it mean? Does it mean that we are ourselves having a cosmos? Our old literature says, Veda says, Aham Brahmasmi, means I am the cosmos. If I am the cosmos, why I am searching? How to search this cosmos? The answer comes, Tat Tvam Asi. Whatever you are searching, it's nowhere, it is within you. Then where to find within us where the cosmos? It again says that the Aham Atma Brahmasmi. Aham Atma Brahm. My soul is a Brahm. My soul is a cosmos. My soul is a part of the cosmos. One more sloka is over here. You must have listened this particular sloka whenever the puja is there. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevayashyasate. Means cosmos itself says, I am the complete one, I am the infinity. If you take out the infinity from a infinity, it will remain infinity, and whatever you have taken out will all be the infinity. Means we possibly have an Atman, the part of the cosmos, and that particular, the cosmos is the Brahman or Brahman. That is why we call it the Brahman. So another thing, then the again question comes, how to know this? How I identify? Another answer comes from the Veda, Pragyanam Brahm. What is Pragyanam Brahm? Means the knowledge, your conscience, and the wisdom. Wisdom, if you use all three together, possibly you will be able to find out what is within you, what you want from you, and I am sure you have this particular of a power. Whenever you have decided within yourself that I want this, you have achieved this. There is no doubt in this. Another factor, Kal or Mahakal. What is Kal? Kal is a time. And what about the Mahakal? Mahakal, am I talking about the Shiva? Or whose situated in a Ujjain, place in Ujjain? Or am I talking about the Megatai? How many clocks have you visited any 5-star hotel where multiple clocks are placed there showing a different timing, and these timings are different as per their place. So it means the time changes as you change the place. I say it's not only true, it also say that our time is also, we all are living in our individual time zone. Like the bacteria. How many minutes bacteria lives? For entire cosmos, possibly we are, possibly for entire cosmos, we are the smaller than the bacteria only. So it's a multiple time. Even if I ask, if I say, within your body there are millions and millions of clocks are lying within your body. Your every cell has a clock. That is why it destroys, reform by apoptosis or because of the cell dies. Another example of this, even the tissue has its own cycle, like the transplantation, what we are doing it. People die, still we are able to take out that particular organ because it has a residual life, because its life cycle has not been completed. So that is why we are able to transplant the cornea from one person to the another person, kidney from one person to the another person, even the heart and lung also. So this is all about the concept of Mahakal. Another thing we should know, sound. What is sound? There are some sounds we are easily audible. Some sounds are easily not audible. Universe has its own sound, right? Because of their movements of the planet, it created a sound, and recent, even the silence has its own sound. I am sure few of them has listened that a sound of a silence too. So what about sound? Sound is creating an energy. Sound itself is energy. Even a few years back, the NASA has recorded some black hole sound, which similar to a omkar, om like a sound. Someone is still saying it is a fake one, but it whosoever is just assuming or just believing in that, they are thinking that it's possibly it's a sound of omkar. That omkar in our Indian mythology is the point from where the origin of a person is there. So, Mahakal, type, Omkar, sound, cosmic sound, cosmic energy, and it creates a life. That is how possibly entire thing in the entire world is generating, passing their own life, and dies, and another life has started evolving. This is all about how the soul is there and the energy. Have you used the infrared cameras? I mean, have you seen in some movies? So what we see that there is some electrical, some energy. We are recognizing those energies and we are able to identify the object. This you can say as an aura too. So what is the concept of the Kal Purush? Kal Purush is nothing but we assume a cosmos and are given a shape of a man. The head is suggestive of a head. Brain is a Mars, and we have divided this Kal Purusha into 12 zodiac sign and 27 constellation. Right? 27 constellation which is nakshatra. So based on these things, we are just calculating the person's destiny. But I am sure there will be a lot of question in your mind. People who have been born together, okay, at the same time, at the same place, by the same mother, how their fates are different. It is just because it's not only a person. Like I said, I am having a cosmos, I am the Brahma. I am the Brahmasmi. At the same time, you are also the Brahmas. Right? So, the entire thing is not only affecting me, it's affecting you too. And you must be experience this, that whenever you have changed the place or you change your assigned job, your entire thinking is going to be changed. If you change your friend circle, okay, then your thinking is going to be changed. The possibility you might be changing some path. Either if you are having a good friend, you will be choosing a right path. If you are having some bad friend who indulge with the alcohol or something, you might be choosing a wrong track. This is happening, right? Are you agreeing with me? And it is the same time we are living into the environment too, the nature too. So whenever we have been posted to a place which is a very, very, very warm, even then our thinking is going to be changed. This all affects us. That is how the celestial body affects us. So this is just a picture of how a person is the earth and a person is here, and so many factors are affecting a person's life and create or by calculating this, one can tell you your destiny or possibly predict your past, present and future. This is again just a symbol of how this is the earth is there and how the moon is affecting and the entire, there is a one belt is there. If you can use a sky map, you can see this particular belt where the 12 zodiac sign is lying, and in between 12 zodiac sign your planets are moving, and since they are just nearby to earth, it is affecting us. Those planets like Uranus and Neptune are so very far and its movements are slow, so that is why they are affecting very less. How I am predicted or how any astrologer is predicted? There are some rules. The first house I told you, it's a person himself. And it, since it's a medical astrology, so the first house is tells about the diseases, about the headache, face and skull diseases. Sometimes someone is fell in a traumatic injury, so might, if there is some issues over here, you might have a head injury. Ear, nose, throat, we are going from this. Heart diseases, hand, chest, and all those we are able to find out. The private parts, urinary system, pelvis, venereal diseases, we can easily diagnose if someone is able to understand the astrology. Over here, I would like to discuss some small snapshot case. Like this, about this baby, I got a call around 3 years back. Someone has given my number and asked about this. I have never met this lady. She is the mother's child. She gave me a call and she was asking about this was the first time when someone was not calling me as a pediatrician. She just wanted an opinion on this because of one of my seniors told her. Once I saw this, I made a chart, and what I found, without telling her, once he just gave me the date of birth, time of birth, and place of birth, and made this chart. And what I found over here, that this is the first person, this is the person himself, this is the female child, Kanya Lagan, the Virgo, and Mercury, where the Mercury has gone. Mercury has gone over here in the 11th house. 11th house is the house of desire, right? House of desire. It is afflicted with a Rahu along with the Venus. So, if even whatever the things the astrologer are thinking, you will not be able to identify. And at the same time, the Mars is in degraded over here, along with the Ketu, and Moon. Moon is signifies the brain. Okay, how we are thinking. Once a Mars, Moon, and Ketu are situated, it's suggestive of this baby is having a recurrent seizures. So I asked her, possibly your child is having a recurrent seizure, and she confirmed me it is a West syndrome. And another thing, this moon is again a Saturn and Sun when it is situated. it shows the Vararasio. This suggests that the baby's life is not so long. So he has said, I just told her, whatever you can do, just do it. Possibly baby will not be survived and your problem is going to be solved. Another baby you will get, which will be a good one. This is how. Okay, this is the another chart. Over here, what is the you're saying? This is the male child approximately, and this was one more person who has just shown me this chart. There some issue was going on with the child, and they just showed me a chart. I made this chart, and what I saw over here, again Virgo Lagna, along with the Saturn is afflicting the Mercury. Mercury is a planet which is responsible for calculation and the wisdom. Where the Jupiter is planet which is responsible for a study and how to learning ability, a skill. Where the Rahu is sitting, this child was not able to, and this particular house, 5th house, I told you, this is the house of friendship and the house of early learning. This child was having a autism. He was not able to sit one place. He was having a reciprocal kind of activity, stereotypies was there, and once we have given some treatment to this child. Now that schooling has been provided, advised on good schooling. Now child is improving. And if you see over here, the Rahu ka Mahadasha is also going on. That is why after some time when the Rahu ka Mahadasha will go away, possibly improvement will be much better. One more chart. It's almost similar to the first chart. Right? Again over here, the Mars, Venus and Ketu is here. Okay. Mars is a planet which is a very highly active. And Venus along with the Ketu means over here this particular, and this is the Vrishik Lagna, or Vrishik Lagna is called as the captivate Scorpion. This is a Scorpion Lagna. Saturn is sitting. Scorpion is the lord of the Scorpion is a Mars. Mars and the Saturn is just enemy to the Mars. So it is sitting over here, and Mars is sitting in the house of Pisces, and lord of this house is a Jupiter. Jupiter is sitting in a 9th house. So, in the Ketu, this child was having a childhood depression along with some features of a polysomatic disorder. He started a medication, and soon his Rahu was completed and child started responding well, started going to school well. So, this is all about the thing. Again, I am just finishing my talk by the same word, Purnamidam, Purnamada, Purnamada, Purnamidam, Purnasa, Purnamudachyate, Purnasya Purnamadaya, Purnameva, Shrishta. Antaha Asti Prarabha. And he nahi Survat ko jana. Thank you so much. Any question I would like to?
So the 12 houses that you spoke about,
Yeah.
how are they derived? They are derived from academic positions.
Houses has been derived based on a Kala Purusha. We have given a shape to the entire cosmos, and that cosmos has been divided into the 12 zodiac sign and 27 constellation. This is how the first chart I have shown you, that was starting from the 1 number. Okay, that was the Kala Purusha Kundli. Right? And based on when someone is born, there is a that particular birth chart tells about, this is a kind of a snapshot. Means there are some deeds you have been carried over from your past life to this life, and it is promising what you are going to do in this particular life. It's just a promise. It doesn't say that you are going to do that particular thing only, because it depends on various factors. I already discussed those factors.